The time is 8:17 a.m. and the date today is the 8th of September 2020 and the day is Tuesday. Kwabena and Abena Ebenada Hebrew Ethnology T993. Warrior, fierce and compassionate. So get this. A few months ago I thought of a business idea. But it was a business idea that I had already thought of before that, so I improved on it. Well, I'm going to add to it. So, get this. A loved one of mine has always brought something very lovely into our lives. I've grown up very used to London red buses because a loved one of mine started off, get this, as a conductor, and then moved on to become a driver, and then a professional driver, and then carried on, and then retired as a London bus driver. So get this, what is the beauty that I miss about London buses? Get this, when I was younger, we used to have a scratch card where it will have the month, so the month, this month's calendar on it, this month's a whole month on it. And then you will scratch the day you are traveling on. Simple as that. You could get a day's one, a week's one, whichever, and you scratch them alone. And then we used to get on buses that had conductors. Sometimes, if you were lucky enough, you will meet the Jamaican conductor, who's really funny. Sometimes, if you were lucky enough, and if you were Nigerian, you'll meet Babatunde. Yeah, who knows you from church? Yeah, who's your uncle from church? So get this, you are naughty. But then every time we get to the P12 bus stop and the bus pulls up, you have to be careful. When you look, you see the conductors, Babatunde, that's it. You're on your best behavior. Get this, they took that away. But they didn't take it away for anything better to replace it. They simply took it away to save money. Not to save money for the company, but to save money for the elites, for the big boys. Why? Because when they took it away, back then I'm talking about fare prices being 30 pence for a child. And now, if I told my son that one time bus prices were 30 pence, he'd laugh. So they cut costs and increased prices. So it was just a move to make money. It was just a move to make money. When I came to Ghana, get this, when I came to Ghana and I realized that one of the lowest jobs you can have, it's called a mate. And the mate works with the Trotro. So Trotro is public-private owned transportation cars, which are normally very small, tiny vans converted into passenger carrying things. And you have a driver and you have a mate. The mate is the one who ushers in customers and takes the money payments, you know, things like that. And the driver drives. The mate's job is one of the lowest jobs ever, and is mainly a job done by males only. But get this, it is a job. It is a decent job. If you know the runnings are good. I hardly ever see a female doing it, but I've seen one or two and it amazed me. Why? Because it's not a desirable job. But get this, when you sit in the right trotro and you have the right mate, listen, it could be jokes from beginning to end. Do you see what I mean? Why is this job so looked down upon? It's because in Ghana, the transportation industry is a low-paid industry. But in England, women, because what we call conductors are the same. They are conductors. They conduct, get people in, get people off, take payment, give change, this, that. They conduct the whole thing. They're the same thing, but here we call them mates. Over there we call them conductors. And Ghanaians who would rather commit suicide than become mates will go to England and become conductors. Do you see what I mean? Ghanaians who would not become mates in Ghana will go to England and do the same job, only now it's called conductor. Do you see what I mean? But get this. There came a time, my dad used to work for London General, and London General is owned by, at this time, was owned by the government. So it was profitable for the people. So prices were low and everything was good. And then they undercut the government and sold it to a private individual. And then did some wranglings, and next thing you know, it's all privately owned, and the government owns no public transport no more, and the prices are skyrocketed. But get this, service almost became non-human. I'll tell you the problems with the London, bus transportation system. The drivers are overworked. They cannot meet the hours because they will not employ enough to meet the hours. So the drivers are having to do overtime, overworked. And get this, it doesn't matter what the traffic flow is about. They are under pressure to meet the timetable. Yes, it says in London, it will say a bus should be at this bus stop in the next 2 minutes. And they are under pressure to meet those minutes. Sometimes almost putting people's lives at risk. In the morning, getting on a London bus to go, listen, it's a draw. Listen, it's mad when you work in London. You get on a bus and you're almost half asleep. So get this. One thing I realized, that it got to a point everyone was London General was there, and then Go Ahead came, and then this one came, and then I left to go outside London, and I see Go First or First Go, and I'm seeing different bus companies, all these private. It means an individual can own a private bus company that would operate within the licensing system the current bus companies operate in. So that's when I decided that, you know what, I'm going to set up my own bus company in London, running the same routes through, get this, through, starting from the outskirts of London, but from certain hoods. Yeah, from certain hoods, because people live all over London and they work in West End. But these special bus services will be specific, because get this, say for example you live in Peckham and we have our bus services on the routes from Peckham going into West End. Now some of the buses will be coloured in, some of the buses will be the Ghana flag, the Nigerian flag, the Jamaican flag, this, that. So get this, when you see a Ghana flag, conductor is Ghanaian, driver is Ghanaian. Get this, we have an extra person working, because we're not going to computerize our system. We're going to have it as a human-friendly system. We don't mind if we have to use all the profits we make to re-put back into the company, because it's to give you an experience. It's to make you feel every day that you're a tourist in your own country. So every day will be a new day. So get this. If we don't have enough buses to run, then it means you have to book your services. So we have certain timetables, but then obviously if you've only got a certain amount of buses, then you have to book your name to be on it. Do you see what I mean? But to begin with, that is. Yeah. So get this. You're waiting for the Peckham service, you're booked on it, and you're going to West End. When it pulls up, the sound in the, so which car has pulled up? The Nigerian has pulled up. So the moment you enter, the sound is a market in Nigeria. That's the sound that's the background sound. First thing in the morning, you're in Lagos. Okay, ping, 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 ping. Your conductor, she's a Lagosarian. So whether you're white, black, green, gold, because you chose to get on this bus, it means you're on for the experience. So you have your driver, you have your conductor, and then we have an extra space at the top, which we leave open for anyone who wants to try out their comedy skills. You book, we put you in, we put you on the mic, the conductor is there to help you, and get this, while these people are making their journeys throughout the day, it could be, hey, I did London, hey my God, is that the big eye I see? Or is it Big Will? Or is it Big Don? Or is it Big Dick or Big Ben? Hey, I did London. Listen. Yeah, you get on the Jamaica, ya rascal, ya bumbuckler, ya shakaka. You see what I mean? Like that. That's your morning trip. But get this, as the day goes by, with these buses, the idea is to create a space for open art. So, comedy on the move, free. Anyone can come and try. Free. One. These buses on the inside is going to be artistic. We're going to promote artists around the world, especially if it's the Nigerian buses. They're going to bring Nigerian art, Nigerian businesses. So you get on this bus in the morning, and there could be business opportunities flashing by in Nigeria, right in front of you. Nigerian news, right in front of you, but you're in England. Nigerian news right in front of you, because you're interested. That's why you specifically booked to go and get onto that course, because you want to have the African experience whilst you're still in England doing your thing. But why? It wakes you up. Because you see the way we stroll into work in England. Oh, those, you can't do that in Ghana. You can't do that in Nigeria. Once you're up, you're up. Otherwise in Lagos you start dosing, you're fucked. Listen, someone will pickpocket your pubic hair. I swear that. You wake up and find out your pubic hair has been shaved. I'm telling you, you can't doze. And that's the thing, you need to be alert. And get this, it's not just about business, it's just to give a vibe. There's so many of us in England, and we're all different in our many ways, and that should be the beauty of England, that it's so colorful and vibrant. but it's not seen, it's not shown. Let me show you why. It is a fundamental problem that is deeper than anything. Watch this. When Indians come to England, they have Gujwari, they have this, they build their temples, they do this, they do their ceremonies, their festivals. So we have Indian England. You see it visibly. And their restaurants and their foods popular. When Chinese came to England, they did the same too. Their festival. We have Chinatowns. You go to Manchester, you have Chinatown. You come to London, you have Chinatown. You go to Portsmouth, you have Chinatown. About to be. Do you see what I mean? You go anywhere in the world, you have Chinatown. And they do their festivals and their celebrations, and people celebrate. And some people even gravitate. But wherever you go, when you see black people, whether they be Jamaican, Nigerian, Ghanaian, wherever, African, American, wherever, you're going to see they're confused. How? You go into a black person's house, you're going to see it's all Chinesey. Oh, very nice. You like bamboo? Oh yeah, I like Shawshank. I like Shawshank. Yeah, you go into a Chinese person's house. Yes, my family, we from the beginning were Shawshanks, and my granddad was from the family of Shoshanese and Shizi, so we Shawshank. You come to the black man, yeah, I like the concept of Shawshank. Okay, you go into some other black girl's house, oh my God, I like sari. Oh my God, that's why everyone is sari, because the Indian culture, black people are lost. And they do not add to the fusion. And the only way your beauty can be seen, or your beauty can even be compared to other beauties that already exist, is if you reveal yours. If you reveal yours. So get this. When I go to Europe, when I've gone to Europe, I've gone to Chinese celebrations. I've gone to Indian celebrations. I've gone to Hindu celebration. I've gone to Sikh celebration. I've gone to many different celebrations. I've never been to an African one. I've never been to an African festival like Kaka Motobi. Yeah, Kaka Motobi is a festival which, when I was younger, is a time of the year where we ward away evil spirits from our neighborhoods. And this is how it works. The kids, and I was a dancer when I was young. Yeah, there will be a group of kids who have drums, and we will all be wearing the same type of outfit. But the lead dancer will be wearing a cow's head with the horns on it, which will be the cow that was sacrificed for Eid a few months before. And we will store it, dry it, clean it, and then build a mask around it for me to wear. So then when the celebration comes, this is the idea. The kids, we come door to door. You call this, yeah, what? You come Halloween in England, right? You go door to door or house to house, and as the drummers drum away, the dancer dances in a can. That's called a kom or kom. A kom is something that someone who has been taken by the spirits. So it's a dance of the spirits. So the idea is you're driving away evil spirits, and they're not physical. So you have to transport yourself into the spiritual world in order to do the spiritual work. It's the beat of your ancestors, the drums, the vibration of the ground, the stamping, the dancing, the jumping, the twisting, the turning, the sound, the everything, and the help of Abua, that which helps you, a helper. Listen, I jump, twist, dance, boom, 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 boom. Listen, come the season, the kids couldn't wait for me to get the suit on. Why? Because when I danced, the money flowed. And this, I'm not even lying to you. Listen, there was a spot, next to Opoko High School, and there was a guy who sold cassettes. So you go there, you choose a song you like, and you record them onto cassette for you. You pay, but he has to play music to attract people. So this was a spot in the evening to go, and this time now I'm only about 9, and there's a girl called Mother. So I live in the same house with a girl called Mother. She's about 10 or 11, And get this, when you go outside the spot and when we dance, everyone, all the kids, adults who find us funny, tend to throw money onto us. Listen, adults used to wait for me and Mother to get there. And you see, when Mother bends over and I get behind and I start, and adults went crazy, start pumping us with money. There was something about when I danced. So when this season came and I put that thing on and I went, every house we went, we were loaded. But I never cared about the money. In the end, most of them were older than me. I was one of the youngest in the household. So most of them were older than me. So I end up getting a little tiny piece of the money. But I saw loads of money coming in, and they couldn't wait to dress me up. Do you see what I mean? And what was it? Because it is the innocent spirit, the innocent heart of a child is all a child needs to fight off anything that's unclean. Because innocence makes you really spiritually powerful. Do you see what I mean? So get this. The Chinese will bring dragons into Europe. Africans don't bring children who drive away evil spirits. The English will bring in Halloween, death, to scare you to sleep. But the Africans won't bring kids who dance to drive away evil spirits. Who dance, sing, drum, clap. Who bring life. Who bring life to the city. You understand what I'm saying? You have to display yourself in order for people to understand the philosophies that made your people. I hear people saying white people think black people are stupid, but we're not. Well, prove it. Prove it. You see what I mean? You don't display. So get this. The idea is to expose you to who we are. Sometimes Africans do things in Europe that Europeans don't get and think we're animals. But we're not. But we need to be like animals sometimes. Do you see what I mean? But get this, it is also by design. It is also by design that Africans don't usually get to have these things. Why? We don't own anything. Every community that moves into the West gets to live in groups. In no time they build communities, Chinese communities, Indian communities, Pakistani communities. But when black people try to live in groups, like you might have a Nigerian community here, If they notice that, immediately they will just put crime amongst them, amongst the kids, and decimate them. The only time we have black communities, get this, it will be a mixture of all blacks. And get this, some will be linked to criminality. So there will be a particular group, society of people linked to criminality, but they're all in one community, and there will be a group totally non-criminal, but they're all in one community, and they're all victimized equally. I know the problem, why Africans are suffering, why our kids are suffering, why black people are suffering in the West. We don't have anything that gives us money to create institutions that look after our interests and our children's interests. So for example, you see this bus company is not to create an African thing. No, it's to create an institution of making others aware of African culture. So this bus company, all profits or majority of it will go into this. How do I normally divide any company I do? Get this, 40% will go into our communities. 40% on this particular one will go straight to all people. This is how we fund it. The people who buy tickets to ride these buses become shareholders with 40%. The people who buy tickets to run this system and pay the conductors and pay the drivers who keep you awake, who keep you entertained, and pay for the equipment. You know what I'm saying? To give aspiring comedians an opportunity, aspiring artists an opportunity, galleries, moving galleries, space is a commodity. Space is expensive. We're creating space to give people a chance and space. Do you see what I mean? That in itself raises revenue. So when you're buying your tickets and you're supporting it, because you're bringing your business this way, anyone looking for marketing opportunities to market things to people will also bring their business that way, raising money towards 40% towards developing state-of-the-art institutions for our African kids to learn African culture in a modern environment, in a modern institution provided by ourselves with our hard work, to stop our kids from going prison in and out. Because if you don't do it for yourself, you can't expect anybody to do it for you. Listen, so I've got bare Chinese friends, and the Chinese people are some of the dodgiest people I know. But yet you hardly ever see them in prison. They keep to themselves, they think about their business, and that way they get to protect themselves. I'm not talking because of crime. You may think that black people are the dodgers, but black people, their crime is at the bottom, the bottom feeders. The importer is always white, Chinese, Indian, or something else. The distributor is always white, Chinese, Indian, or something else. The mixers are always white, Chinese, Indian, or something else. The pushers are always black. Nigerian, Jamaican, Ghanaian, or something else. Do you see what I mean? And we only push it in our communities and destroy it. Why? Because we have no institutions to protect us. We give all our money back to people who don't give us anything. You come to Ghana, there's China Mall, a mall full of things produced in China brought to Ghana. You go to England, there's China Mall. Why? Because the Chinese are there. You come to England, there is not one place that you can call the African Mall, where you can go and be guaranteed that something, there are produce from Somalia, this, that. I'm going to create that. That's in the blueprint. It's called the African Warehouse. Yes, the African Warehouse. The first floor and the second floor is a full, only food shop. Only foods. Listen, you're going to go to Somalia on that section. You're going to go to Nigeria in that section. You're going to go here. Divided all over. Every week we introduce new things. We've also got our website, so it's easier that way. You can shop country within the continent of Africa in 2 floors or more. In the next floors, we will have their restaurants. So we will have, say, 7 kitchens, 7 traditional African kitchens. Kitchen 1, Ghana. Kitchen 2, Nigeria. Kitchen 3, Somalia. The diners are mixed. So the kitchens are on one side, the diners are in the middle, and there's a stage on the other side. So there's always some kind of African performance. It could be an African performance today by a Nigerian group, or a mixture. Maybe there's listen, if you're lucky, you're lucky. It could be a traditional performance. So it could be that this one is Somalian independence, or they never needed it, but it's Somali something, and the Somalis have a group coming in. But it will be divided, so it'll be 73 or 75% Somalis, 25% has to go to the rest of Africa, so we can also enjoy what Somalis enjoy. Do you see what I mean? Like that. And it'll be vice versa when Nigerians are doing it, when Ghanaians are doing it, when this is doing it, when we're doing it together. That is the idea coming. A place where weekends you're guaranteed to come and see a cultural show. But get this, the most important is the TV show that I'm bringing. For about 6 months, each nation that has a kitchen represented, we will go to the nation, we'll look for grandmas, because this witchcraft bullshit that when people grow old they become witches. Africa needs to stop it, because get this, that is how we're destroying Africa. That's our one problem. Do you know why? Wisdom lives nowhere else but with age. And when we become fearful of the age, it means we become fearful of wisdom. When you go to certain cultures like Indonesia, Japan, China, they preserve their elderly. Why? Because they have preserved also wisdom. But we become fearful of wisdom, and we're killing wisdom. And these people can help save our lives. That root is this, that is this, that does this, that does that, that does that. Your grandma said this happened, that happens. When you look at that, when you look at that, and when you look at that, and it's like this, it means this. We're fearful of this. And for the sake of that, we're also losing our traditional ways of cooking, which actually adds value to our health. So this TV show will be we'll go through them. Like, say for example, in Somalia we choose 10, in Ghana we choose 10, In South Africa, we choose 10 grandmas, and they go through competitions. So these competitions, the Somalis will watch it online. They'll follow their grandmas. The South Africans will follow their grandmas. The Nigerians will follow their grandmas. The Ghanaians will follow their grandmas. The Gambians will follow their grandmas. By the end of the 6 months, they would pick 10 grandmas. Everyone will pick 10 grandmas. And these 10 grandmas will be flown over to these kitchens. And the recipes that they cooked, that they were picked for, those are the recipes they're going to help the chefs and the boys cook for you to eat. But get this, whilst they're here teaching that recipe and giving us a refreshed taste of our local dishes served properly and cooked properly, watch, there will be classes booked called Grandma Teach Me How Home Really Is. So you book your sons, you book your daughters onto this course. They have no choice but to come. Listen, we're in Africa, remember that. Yeah? So you come, and if grandma's not happy with you, you get whooped. You can't argue. This ain't an English school, mate. But you're here to learn not how to cook, but how to cook to save your life properly. How to use ingredients, how to understand ingredients. An old woman told me that, you see, food, because people want food to taste nice, they put everything that tastes nice in there. But she said, you see, sugar is the one killer of many potent medications. So she said, be wary of cooks who add sugar for taste to everything, because not everything requires sugar. And she said, you see, think of food like this. Think of food as medication. Don't think of food as food, because you're eating to grow. That means you're eating to generate, and food is regenerative. Medicine is to regenerate that which is broken beyond repair. Do you see what I mean? So food is the prevention before you need a cure. So think of food as medicine. And the same way you'll be told, don't take alcohol when you take this medication. There are foods you shouldn't add salt to. She said that. There are foods. You say, oh, there's no salt in it. No, yeah, this one, there's not meant to be any salt in it. You're meant to enjoy it as it is. Oh, there's no sugar in it. Oh, no, this tea, you're meant to drink it like that. It's meant to be sour, because there is two, sweet and sour. If your sugar, your blood sugar is too high, and you're producing too much phlegm, and you're ill and you're weak and this and that, it means the sugars are breaking down your immune system, too much of it. So to combat that, you need to balance it with sourness. Sweet or sour or sweet. One kills the other, one restores the other. One restores the other, one kills the other. If it's too sweet, you put sour to balance it. If it's too sour, you put sweet to balance it. But if it's too sweet, you need to turn it the other way around in terms of health. So then you can't go to get the medication to cure sweetness, which is sourness, and add sweetness to it. Do you see what I mean? This knowledge, Africans have become fearful of it. But this is why we were strong. This is why Shaka Zulu was able to tell them, what, you said hell has eternal fires? Well, we eat fires here. If that's all hell has, fire, then right now, I'm eating fire now. So I must already be in hell and enjoying it too. You see what I mean? That's how. It's nothing. But you have to work for it. Today is Tuesday. Like I said, Hebrew Archaeology T993 Kwabena. Listen, the other day, coming off topic quickly, the other day I was saying to someone here, listen carefully to this. How many people, what is the population of all of us? And the person went billions, and I went, are you sure? And this means how many days in a week? And the person went 7. And I went, so everyone is born in one of those days? And the person went, yeah. And this means, so you're saying there are only 7 variations of humanity? This is yeah. And this means then there are only 7 of us divided into 2 sexes. Therefore 14. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, whatever we do, no one is born outside 7 days. It means it's either you are day number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7. So if we were to group all of us together, the world together, it would be easy. Sunday over there, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. And then split that into boy and girl, boy and girl, boy and girl, boy and girl, boy and girl. And then when I say Monday, everyone that was born on Monday will stand up. Tuesday, everyone Tuesday will stand up. I will call 14 names, because everyone born on Sunday, the girls will have one name, boys one name, same Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then you will find the world's population is only 14. 7 male, 7 female. But this is not me making something up. This is what Akans believe. We believe in Okura. Okura is your soul. There are 7 days in a week, and we believe there are 7 souls. They are sexless, but depending on the physical body they enter, then they will give them this name or that name to denote that it has entered a female or a male. So 7 days, watch. Sunday, the Hebrew calendar. Kwesi and Akosia, born leaders, guides, and protectors. Soul's characteristics. Kwesi, boy. Akosia, girl. Monday, 2nd day. Kojo and Adoa, Bajo, calm and peaceful child, calm and peaceful seed. Soul's characteristics. Tuesday, Kwabena and Abena, warrior, fierce but compassionate at the same time. Soul's characteristics. Wednesday, Kweku and Equia, controlling advocates. Odimafu, controlling advocates. Soul's characteristics. Thursday, Yao, Eya, confrontational and aggressive. Confrontational and aggressive. Ya Asantewa. Friday, Kofi and Efia, creative, innovative, and adventurous. Saturday, Mimrida, the Sabbath day, the final day, the day of remembrance. Ame and Ama, the ancient wise one, the ancient wise one. You know what? I left one out. No, I didn't actually. I didn't. Yeah, I thought I left Thursday out, but I didn't. The ancient wise one. 14, the world's population. If you live by the physical sense, then there are billions of us. But if you live by the Holy Spirit, then there are 14 of us. We believe in Okra, yo, fight, war, fighting, warring, Ra, just like the Egyptians say, soul, your fighting soul, your warring soul. There are 14. It doesn't matter which one, male or female, they are all as equally as dangerous and as loving and as caring. In the soul world, the man is not stronger than the woman because the soul is sexless. It's the same soul. So when you come down to it, there are only 7. And let me prove to you that I am right. The number 7 in the world of mathematics is the perfect number. The perfect number. The perfect number is the number 7. The number 7 is also the number of God in the Bible. 777 is the number of God. That's why I get this. On the jackpot wheel, when you hit 777, you hit what? The loot. But why is it 777? Because it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. 777. But why? Because God is a perfect 7. Why is God a perfect 7? Because there are 7 days in a week, and everyone is born on one of those days. But a God was existing before, so it means technically, get this, the days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they didn't see the creation of God, but God saw their creation. So, do you see what I mean? So, God is a perfect 7. 1. 7 days. Number 2, everyone on the face of this planet is born in one of those 7 days. It means everyone only contains one of those 7 souls. So I could be in a room, and if in that room, everyone in that room is Kojo or Adowa, Monday Bones, it means there's only one person in the room. There's only one soul in this room. We're all one soul in this room. And if physically we were connected properly, and if spiritually we were connected, we should understand each other without talking to each other, because we are one in the same room. But if a Tuesday was amongst us, then we are 2. But physically we may turn around and say there's 1,000 of us in the room, when there is 999 Kojo physical bodies in the room, thus equaling 1 Kojo, and 1 physical Abena in the room, equaling 1 spiritual Abena in the room. 2 people in the room. If you lived in a spiritual sense, people will find your thinking and your ways very mad. But that was the challenge. The Bible tells you we don't live in the physical. We don't live in the flesh alone. We live in the spiritual. Anyway, get this. Yesterday, quickly, I was telling you about the character, the stutterer. So get this, a quick addition to the stutterer. So this bus idea is there, innit? You know where that's going. But to the stutterer, watch this. So this guy is the biggest stutterer ever, but he's got a good idea, and he's riding on equal rights. So he's the equal rights advocate. He has a strong belief that there is no job he can't do, including news reporting. So since they won't give him the chance, he got a few of his mates who always, accompany him. And they normally put in a good word for him first before he goes for the interview. And then he gets the job. You see what I mean? So get this. This guy one day gets so frustrated and he says he thinks he can run the country. So through wranglings, he gets to meet the president, and then this boy is put on the president. And then the president publicly announced that he is advocating and putting Maman in charge. So Maman goes to give his first press conference after the president has publicly denounced himself as the president and handed over power to this guy, the stutterer. So he needs to introduce himself. And the first thing he does is and then 2 minutes later, the clip goes. 5 hours later, the press, they're all sleeping. And their footage shows film out. They run out of space, they run out of memory. And the guy hasn't said his name yet. He's still and the whole country, there's military standing at everyone's door with a gun to the door so they can be watching the TV because they need to hear what he's saying. So and the whole country's at a standstill waiting for him just to say his name and then tell us his mandate. Yeah, the stutterer. Let's go.